They looked at you. They measured you by your current position, your struggle. In their minds, you were nobody, not important, not successful, not visible. They mistaked you a season for identity, unseen, underestimated, but you're not incapable. You are in preparation. Greatness is not loud in the beginning. Purpose does not announce. The seed is growing, buried roots, and then at the right time, they laughed because they cannot see what was developing. They dismissed you because your potential did not fit in. Potential does not need permission, discipline, alignment. While they were busy judging, you're free to grow alone. No validation, hunger, work, purpose. The greatest danger is not being doubted, believing their doubt. History is full of people who were rejected, ignored, until their purpose could no longer deny. Manifestation comes after endurance. What they call weakness was training. Delay was alignment. Failure was instruction. Every closed door, every silent room, every time you stood alone, you learned how to stand without applause, how to move, how to believe without evidence. Now the shift has begun. Quietly, changes, your confidence, your decision, your vision became clear. You stop explaining yourself. Results make noise. They cannot mock. Growth exposes the insecurity of the ones who felt superior. Your rise, your discipline exposes their excuses. You didn't seek revenge. Truth has a way. The image they created of you, it's uncomfortable. It reminds them that they judged too early. Arrogance. Bitterness will shrink you. Let it make you precise, humble, focused. Remember who you were. The nights you pushed yourself. The discipline that builds this. You rose. You answered the call. Responsibility. You're not here to impress. You are here to fulfill your assignment. They will misjudge what they do not understand. They will always underestimate what they can't control. No one can block what's driven by discipline. Nobody can erase. They thought you were nobody because they were looking at the surface. They did not see the process. They did not see the future. Now the future has arrived. Stand tall, stand grounded, be confident. Let your life speak. Your consistency. The greatest response to underestimation is not explanation, it's elevation. They look where you're standing today and think it's where you will remain. It's not the entire story. It's not the whole movie, the whole book, it's just a chapter. They saw what was visible, but God hid you. It was easier to judge. Destiny is not visible. A season is temporary, but destiny is intentional. Time, pressure, growth. People judged you. Your silence, your slow progress was lack of potential. Purpose does not rush development. Many great things begins slow. Strength under resistance. Leadership. When you were struggling, you were not being punished. You were being prepared. Preparation is not glamorous. It's repetition, waiting, doing the right thing with no recognition. People judge because they assume success should be fast, impressive. It's not. They conclude something is wrong. Growth is not loud. It happens quietly, internally, painfully. The most important happened when nothing was on the outside. Your discipline was formed. Your patience, your values were refined. Inner changes, not outer. When they call you nothing, they were revealing their limited understanding. They wanted results without process, fruits without roots. But anything that grows too fast collapses. Destiny needs roots, stability, endurance. Endurance is built when you are misunderstood, overlooked, underestimated. Delay is not denial. Things you cannot handle earlier, you are unready. If success arrived before, it will have destroyed you, distract you. It was protecting you from receiving something too early. Life will correct them. They don't apologize. Their words lose power when your growth becomes visible. Their opinions irrelevant. Reality no longer supports their narrative. Your responsibility is to understand your own timing. You are in a process. Don't compare, don't rush, don't try to prove yourself. Focus on becoming, not to be seen. Every stage of your life, the season they laughed at, taught you endurance. When they ignored, was a season where you built your discipline. It strengthened your identity. It cannot be skipped. It may go faster, but it will not last longer. You will stand in a place they never imagined. They will struggle how it happened. They will say, you were lucky, you changed, but the truth is simple. You grew quietly, consistently, faithfully over time. They judge your seasons. They did not know your destiny. Destiny requires commitment. They underestimate you. It feels like reaction, but it's protection. Rejection, protection. Expectation can crush growth when no one is watching. You can fail, you can adjust, you can mature. Build something real. When you're underestimated, you're not distracted. No crowd to impress, no image to maintain, no reputation. Discipline, not ego. Move forward when motivation is low. Your discipline They collapse when they gain attention. Before they learn responsibility, they got praise. You learn how to show up, how to stay consistent, how to keep going. You learn lessons. When you are ignored, you stop measuring your progress. You're not competing, you're building. You begin to understand your own process, growth, strength. You grow into who you are. You are a listener before a speaker. You study, you learn how systems work. When you're not invited, you learn how to build one. And when you lead with understanding, not arrogance. Underestimation teaches patience. Not every achievement requires validation. Patience is rare. They're desperate for recognition. They rush for visibility. You are refining your skill. Internal clarity. You're no longer moved by opinions. You're not dependent. You learn how to function. The people who underestimated you gave you the greatest gift. They left you alone to become strong. They did not interrupt your process. They did not distract you. It became your training ground. Growth in silence, strength in private. You did not rush. You were not elevated before. Now you rise with stability. It strengthened you, it prepared you. Pressure looks like punishment. If you're struggling, something must be wrong with you. Pressure is because something valuable is being formed. A lesson, a setback that slowed you down, forced you to think differently. You felt trapped, trained your endurance. Under pressure, excuses disappears. When you are under pressure, you learn how to focus. Pressure demands clarity. You can no longer waste energy on things that not matter. Your circle is smaller. You're thinking smarter. Pressure, you have skills. When something didn't break you, your confidence, you can endure more than you imagine. Emotions rise and fall, but discipline carries you through. Now you know you can survive pressure. Fear loses its power. They run from pressure because it exposes weakness. You struggle the most. You grew the strongest. You learn how to stand up, how to fight. Pressure refines your purpose. When everything was easy, but under pressure, it became necessary. You needed a reason to keep going. You gained clarity. You stopped chasing distractions. Pressure eliminates. Now you're focused. Frustration and disappointment. You stop to react impulsively. Transformation. You're a leader, not follower. You build character. The discomfort was evidence of growth. The people who criticize you did not see the eternal development. They saw struggle. Struggle is purpose. Your strength became real. Your commitment unbreakable. Pressure is preparation. Survival was training. Now you endured it. You cannot be faked. You cannot be shaken. Words no longer matter. People felt comfortable. They believed what they believed. But you begin to show results. Growth makes denial uncomfortable. You did not need to explain. Consistency handled it for you. Discipline. The same people who dismissed you had to confront reality. Results are undeniable. The image they had of you, internal conflict, discomfort. They have to admit they were wrong or protect their pride. No one can ignore it. They exposed the judgment. Quickly, people label what they do not understand. Your realization is embarrassing. They spoke too much too early. You can get lucky, perform once, but when you repeat it, doubt weakens. Critics are forced into silence. Consistency. You don't have to argue. Results change power dynamics. People who now speak down on you, they spoke down on you. Now they show attention. Not because they're supportive. Progress change the way people treat you. Not everyone who notices your results celebrating. They're studying, comparing, they're uncomfortable. Results. You are free from others' opinions. You focus on your direction. Explanation weakens impact. Let the contract speak. Your results is evidence. Forced people to update their conclusion. What once looked like nothing became something undeniable. You are rising because you're called to rise. Revenge is loud. Purpose is quiet. Discipline. You don't need to silence critics. What carried you forward was deeper than reaction, responsibility. When you're driven by revenge, you measure progress by their reaction. You wait for their regret. You want them to acknowledge. It gives other control over your energy, but you choose a different path. You kept moving even when nobody's watching. Not to embarrass, but something refused to stay small. Purpose did not need audience. Consistency, discipline. Discipline, motivation fades. You didn't stop. Purpose outlasts anger. Purpose burns slowly and builds something slowly, solid, an eternal assignment. Purpose. Your life is not a reaction to other people's opinions. What you are designed to do. Bitterness poisons growth. Responsibility. Success from revenge is insecurity. You feel pressure to keep reminding others of what they missed. But success comes from purpose. It brings peace. You're not competing with people. You're committed. Purpose reshapes how you treat others. You remember the process. Instead of becoming cruel, you became precise. You lead with clarity, not ego. You advance without stepping on people. It comes from someone who is formed, not rushed. Purpose carry accountability. When you're called, you take ownership of your actions, your responsibility. You don't blame people. Revenge, purpose, responsibility, looking inward. People watch you differently. You're not performing for approval. You're fulfilling an assignment. You are anchored. You rise as revenge. But you know the truth. You did not climb to prove them wrong. Staying where you were will be disobedient. The greatest victory of all. Reacting to people is exhausting. Responding to purpose. Your eyes fixed on the past. Purpose put you forward. Move ahead with responsibility. That shift saved you. Do not allow anger. Purpose does not depend on. Purpose makes you grow eternal. You want to show them. Replay their words. Purpose pulled you back. You did not need to win arguments. You need to fulfill your assignment. They thought you were nobody. They judged you, seized and ignored your struggle, and underestimated your potential. But what they could not see was the discipline forming in silence, the strength built under pressure, and the purpose growing beneath the surface.